Hi, welcome to this very first video, and I am hopefully going to show you how to get your free version of Vectorworks. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. All right, so the website, there's a link on Canvas, or you could go to student.myvectorworks.net, right? And when you get there, you'll have a screen that's something like this, right? And what you want to do is go to where it says get free educational software, and you're going to enter your email address, fsu.edu, right? And then I'm going to select my language, which is going to be English. I'm going to select my country, right? Scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's the United States, and I'll say create. Now, I've already created an account, so that's where I get this kind of error. But what it'll do is it's going to send me an email, right? And it's going to send an email that looks something like this. And what you need to do is just click on the activate button, and it will take you to where the activation code is, right? And so you'll just click activate and off you'll go. However, I've already done it. So what I'm doing is I'm going back here to where the existing user is, and I'll enter my credentials, my email address, and the password that I made when I entered all my information over here, and I will say log in. Right? So now that I'm logged in, I wind up at this page. Now, update account information, right? So that's my account. This is all the information that I've had to put in, right? I accepted that, and there's a spot down here. It says proof of enrollment, and I'm using my Coastal ID, and I don't know if I'll get busted. But what you have to do is you have to take a picture of your student ID, or you could scan it as a PDF. You can do whatever, but they just need documentation that you are indeed a student somewhere and that you have valid student, and then you'll just upload it, right? And it will update, and then hit update, and it'll update all of your current information, and it will upload your a picture of your student ID. Click accept, and everything here should be filled out. So for me, I'm just going to hit back since I've already done that. So now I'm logged in, and I'm at this screen. And so now we can go to download. And once we go to download, it gives me a Vectorworks serial number, and I'm going to want to hang on to that. I bet you that I need to enter that in the software when I load it. If you're a Mac, you're going to download this version of 2021 or whatever the most recent version is. And if you're a PC, you'll download this version. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit download that. Right now, I already had one over here that's canceled. It says it's going to be about 6 minutes. So I'm going to pause, and I'll rejoin you in a second. Okay, so I finished that download, and I clicked on the show me all down at the bottom of Windows, and now I'll just show this in the folder, and it appeared on my other monitor, and I have it here, and all I'm going to do is take this zip file and drag it over to my desktop, right? I'm just going to put it smack in the middle of my desktop. Minimize that, and here's that folder. Now, I don't know how to do it on a Mac. All I know is on a PC is right-click on that and extract all. So what I want to do is extract. The default is fine. I'm just going to keep it on the desktop, right? And it's going to extract all of this information. And it was a big file, so it's a big download. It's going to take it a few minutes to go ahead and finish extracting everything. But just be patient with it, and it is a beefy program. Once it's in and it's up and it's running, its footprint is only medium. And for what we're doing, I think everybody is going to survive just fine. We're almost there, so I'll just keep talking about nothing. And complete. Yay, I'm done. Right? And so now that shows that file, Vectorworks desktop, and if I click on that file, right, the Vectorworks 2021 installer, and just double click on that installer, and that will go ahead and install that program. And I will bet that this takes a few minutes, so I'm going to pause. Excuse me. Okay, so the initial installer has finished, and I've gotten to this point where it's showing me this little slideshow. And what we want to do is go ahead and install Vectorworks 2021 by clicking continue, right? This is where we need that serial number. Now, I did not close the window from when I was working in Vectorworks. It's actually right here. And this is my serial number that told you that it was going to be important. I'm just going to sweep over it. If you need to go back and get this, it's really easy to do. Just go back into your portal, and then and you'll be able to find it. It's not that hard. And let's just say copy. Right now, I'm just going to minimize that window. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to say paste, and I'm also going to put in my name, Todd, and the company name is going to be Todd. Right, and I'll go ahead and put my last name in there too. That's what I usually do. And right, so here we go, and let's say next. Right, I've read the agreement, which means I'm not going to steal anything, take anything, and I'll say next. Licensing agreement. I think I may have to scroll all the way to the bottom. Is that right? Nope, I think I just hit next. Right? Programs. Yes, I would like to receive Vectorworks to improve my experience. I'm going to say no. No, I don't wish to participate at this time. And I'll say okay. You need at least 5.65 gigs of free space. 30 gigs is preferred. Again, this program does not have a small footprint. Let's go ahead and hit next. While you wait, now I'm in the installer. You can see that I'm at 0%. So I'm going to pause again, and I'll get back to you when we're on the next screen. Again, it's a big program. I had to hit OK. It asked if I wanted to allow Vectorworks to be installed, and I just had to say yes. And now it's actually running this installer. And just by the progress bar, you can see that this takes a little time. I'll be back in a minute. Just a heads up, I'm at 94%. I have had time to go make a sandwich and eat a sandwich. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Or actually, it's just continuous for you. Right, so here we are at the installation complete. And it says, congratulations, Vectorworks 21 has been installed and installed on your computer. And it says launch Vectorworks and open registration page. And let's go ahead and leave those checked and say finish. And let's see where we wind up, right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and launch. It went ahead and launched Vectorworks. And it's loading up for the very first time. So again, this might take a few seconds. This shouldn't be too bad. It'll depend on how fast your machine is. But it's going to go ahead and check my activation. It looks like it's got Vision on board. That's all right. So it's loading all of its libraries, and it's doing everything for the very first time. So let's see if it'll go in another couple of seconds here. Right. Please personalize your copy of Vectorworks, right? To maximize your vector, please indicate which area of design best describes the area that you work in. And I'm going to select lighting design, and I'll just say OK. And we'll let it keep on loading. Should load my preferences. It's got my serial number all on it. And here we are. You are using an educational version of Vectorworks. I'm going to click Don't Show Me That Again because I know that. And I'll say OK. The only difference that this makes is when you print it out, anything that you print will have the Vectorworks watermark on it. It requires activation over the internet before it can be used, and I will say, sure, activate me. Go ahead and make everything work just fine. And let's see if we're there. A previous version has been detected. Would you like to migrate my information? This is only if you have previous versions, and I do, and I am going to say no, I do not want that. Leave my old versions alone. And we're still opening, and a new online resource library catalogs are available for download. Would you like to update your library catalog now? And I am going to say yes. Download and update. Give me all of the new stuff that you might have, right? So that I am running the most current version of all of the libraries and everything. Now, I'm going to let this go and pause for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So it finished downloading the libraries and nothing really changed. The and this is preference, right? In fact, there's 1,000 different ways to skin this cat. The only thing that if you have dual monitors, you may want this resource manager, and if you just grab it at the top, you can drag it off onto another monitor. You can also dock it. If you look at these little blue dots here, you'll see that I can dock that resource manager. So now it's part of the bottom here. For me, this is, again, personal preference. I like mine right over here, and where it says navigation and classes, I'm just going to close that because I access them another way. And now this, we do the same thing. I'm just going to dock it over here at the bottom. I may take this and expand a little bit, but congratulations, you now have Vectorworks 2021 on your computer, and we should be good to go. This is our drawing file. To get out of anything, you just hit the little X in the corner and it will go away. I know it was long, I know it was tedious, but now you have a $2,800 program for free. If you want to fill out your registration information, go ahead and do that. That's the information that was left over on the website, and that's what we have. That's how you get Vectorworks. I will see you all on the other side.